and welcome back to the channel. So today we're gonna look at all the participants for the macro challenge, and I'm also gonna do a little macro challenge myself, because this is gonna be a little different video, a little chill video where I have 1 hour to create a project, and I think I'm gonna use half an hour for the main scene and then half an hour for texturing and lighting. So please follow along and see if I can do the project in under 1 hour. Alright, so let's first of all take a look at the participants for the macro challenge. And first of all, we got Nahio here. And Nahio has made a DNA kind of structure with Houdini, and he used Cinema and Octane to render it. So I think that Nahio made these splines and the balls, the spheres, in Houdini, and then he just lit it and rendered it in Cinema. So I really like the look of this. I really like the depth of field. Actually, it's really hard to get a nice depth of field, but he managed it here. And I really also like the highlights. They're kind of blooming. I don't know if he used any bloom, but it's real subtle, and it gives this like other detail to his render. So I don't know if there's anything here in the background. You can see there's like it's spline going here and here. I don't know what that means, but yeah, it's a really nice render. So thank you for your submission, Nahio. So the next one is Dom, and Dom has made this metal structure, and I can see that he used a atom array. He used Cinema and Redshift to render this. This is also a nice render with the reflections. He didn't render with that many samples. I can see it's a bit noisy, but when you're taking a look at the whole picture from afar, you can't really notice the noise. So I really like the depth of field that he has gotten here. And the only thing I would say is just maybe use a little bit more variation so it doesn't look like so it looks more random and it doesn't look that uniform, because it kind of looks a bit uniform right now. But yeah, nonetheless, a great submission from Dom. So the next guy on the list, and also the last person on the list, because we only got 3 submissions this time, but nonetheless a great submission from Ankit. And Ankit used Cinema 4D and Octane. So he used the Octane scatter to scatter all of these pillars, as you can see here. All of these pillars, he scattered them around the scene, and then he used some displacement or a image to drive the colors. I really like the texture that you got here, where you got some small bokeh balls and you got some very big out of focus bokeh balls. And it's really nice to see that you really understand how to light this. So all in all, a very nice image from Ankit, and that also rounds up all the submissions. So hopefully I'll see more guys next time. So let's put 1 hour on the clock and let's get started on this macro scene. So I'm gonna use this can as the object, and I have an idea in mind that I think could be really cool. So let me just go and do that. Alright guys, so I think I have finally found something. So I've been playing a bit around with this technique where things grow and they just explode into each other. And I've just made this proxy object or low-res object just to play around with. So I can always just replace it with the high poly version. And yeah, I'm just gonna do a little bit more. I've played around with some different fields and stuff, but I think, yeah, a good timer set with some random field on it, that's the way to go. And I'll see you guys when I need to put some materials on it. Alright, so I've just made a high poly cloner, and I have cloned out the high poly object to the low poly object down here. So this is the low poly, and this is the high poly. Alright, so now I'm just gonna frame it up. As you can see, it looks kind of good, actually. It's just some cans that are pushing each other around. And yeah, I'm just gonna tidy this up a bit because I can see it's intersecting a bit here. I'm just gonna see if I can fix that. And then I'm gonna get into texturing. Alright, so I can see that I haven't got long, but let's see if we just can't get some materials on it. So yeah, just gonna fix up a camera, 85mm, and then we're gonna do some bokeh. I can just go over how I do bokeh with you guys. So I use focus distance, and then I do 2, maybe 4. That depends on how big the scale is on the scene. I think for this one we had a grid size of 5, so I'm just gonna do my COC value at 1, and then the power I always set at 1.2. So just get a little bit sharper edge on our bokeh. And the aspect ratio, I'm just gonna put it at 1. So we have a nice round circle. All right, maybe put 12 blades in because we got a cheap ass lens with not that many blades. And yeah, let's just set up some angles. Alright, so I'm well into getting materials on this scene here, and yeah, it's kind of looking alright, I think. So yeah, I just need to frame up some shots, and then I think we are good to go. Also just need to finish the last bit of the material. But otherwise, yeah, I think we're almost done. So, yeah, I haven't got that much time left. I think, yeah, probably about 8-10 minutes, 5 minutes even. So yeah, quickly gonna wrap this up, and then I will show you the finished render. So let's see if I can do this in under 1 hour. Alright, I'm almost done. I just need the last little bit, which is a stage. And I'm just gonna put camera 1 into it, put it at 0, camera 2, put it at 60, and camera 3, put it at 120. Alright, so this is my animation, and let's just stop the timer now, because I've done all the materials and I've done the animation here, and this will be coming up in 5 or 10 seconds, and I'm just gonna show you now how this project turned out. So here we go. that turned out great, didn't it? So I really hope that more of you guys are gonna participate in the next one, because I really wanna know and I really wanna see what you guys are talented at. And if you wanna join my Discord and get help and share your feedback and share all your personal projects, then please do it. The link is in the description. And I think the only thing left to say is just remember to subscribe and like, because that really helps me out. And I'll see you guys next time. So stay creative.